Hey guys, so I wanted to come before you really quickly with just a short tutorial on how to use a razor comb. So my client gets a style that can be done by using 27-piece hair, which would consider it a 27-piece, but she doesn't go that route. She likes to bring me some really long hair and wants me to create the shortest style ever, which I honestly don't have a problem with that. So, easy would be for me to use the clippers, but using the razor would create creativity. And what I mean by that is, I don't have to rely on a guard or the clippers in order to achieve the cut that I desire. I will rely on my eyes and my skill. Okay, guys? So I'm just going to say this first before I start cutting. You need to be as comfortable as possible with using a razor. Guys, razors are, to me, the hottest, easiest styling tool. Something so simple is the easiest thing to use. I could use my shears, which a long time ago, I used to be afraid of the clippers. And I always did scissor over comb. But woo, when they came out with this, I was very excited about life. So anyway, if you're not comfortable with this, don't use it. Because once you cut, you cannot go back. Just like using a shear, but you know, with the shear, you can kind of start off longer. Usually with a razor, you can start off longer, but usually you pinpoint in your mind where you want to go when you just go. So I am not going to really talk through this whole video. You guys can just watch me do what I do. Okay? Alright, so here we go. I am going to start in the back. Knowing that she wants to be short, I am just going to dive right in and start taking that hair away. So what I'm doing now is just clearing myself some type of visual so that I can see exactly where I'm going with this. So we're just going to do a basic short hairstyle. My client loves her ears and the back of her neck to have no hair or very little hair. So I'm just going to carve out, and guys, just pay attention when you're carving out because you want to make sure that you don't go too low. That razor comb really gets in there and gets that hair off. Alright, so this is where we are right now. And I'm just going to continue. One thing that you can do to make it a little bit more comfy for you is to pick up the hair so you can kind of see where you're going. And then drop the hair as you're going along. I know that she wants to be above her ear. Her ear is here. So I'm making sure that I don't cut up here. I cut down here. That way I can go in and create my space where I want to be. You always want to cut a haircut first before you cut the initial short haircut, because you want to be as careful as possible not to go too short in the beginning. So I'm just going to continue all the way around like I did with the other side. So all I'm saying is you want to cut longer before you cut short. Now what you don't want to do is cut out the front. You want to leave that for when you are ready to create what you're going to create in the front. So for now, we're just working on the back and the sides. So So right about to the front of the ear is where you want to go in. Alright, so she is shaped from ear to ear. Now, she already has some type of haircut. But what I want to do now is get the back as flat as I would like for it to be. One method that you can use is by holding your razor to the head like this and just shaving down. And it'll start taking off hair. Kind of get you closer to that scalp area. And give you that nice shaved off look. And guys, this comes in confidence. Using your razor in confidence. You don't want to over push the razor. You want to be light. Take light strokes. And getting that hair off in the back. Now, once you know exactly where your cut is, if this hair on the top is too long and it kind of goes into what you have going on down here, you do the same thing. You lean your razor where you want your line to start, and you just shave that excess hair down. And sometimes it's necessary for you to hold the hair down so that you can get exactly where you want to go, and nothing more. If you pay attention with your eyes, you can see your hairstyle forming, and you can see the hair that you still need to remove. Sometimes it's necessary to clean out your razor. And then put it right back together and keep it moving. You'll know when your razor comb is full because it won't cut as well. Alright, so I know that I'm going to shape out the back, so I'm just going to go against my line of where I knew it is going to be. And this gives me an even better visual. Now, when I'm cutting her hair out in the back, I always make it low. And we always have the up a little higher, up a little higher, up a little higher. But that's okay, because you rather be lower than higher in the beginning. And then in the end, you can take it to where you need to go. So I'm just following my line on the other side. Now eventually I will go back with my shears and cut out a line, and then I'll take my razor again and lighten up the line a bit. And right now I'm just looking, and guys, you can see bulkiness. You can see the hair that needs to be removed. Alright, so now that I've carved out my back, And I don't know how well you guys can see that. I am going to start to form my haircut. Alright, so now I'm going to push towards the front. I'm going to hold that hair out. And you can see, I'm not sure how good you guys can see, but you can see where that hair is to even up all the way around. And you just start your razor and you go in. And in the front, we're just removing off the excess hair right now. And guys, it slips out of your hand, so you really know what to cut and what not to cut. You want to make sure you glide with the razor. Don't chop. Make sure you glide. Smooth. It should be smooth. Guys, if it starts sticking, if it starts getting hard, it means you need to replace your razor because it's not sharp enough. So this is where I am. At this point, I will use my shears. So I know she wants her ears cut out. And we know that much. And she doesn't want a lot of hair around her ear or on her neck. So that means that it can't be really long, but it doesn't have to necessarily be really short. So you want to go in and find your line. And what I usually do is I pick up hair from the bottom where I started. And all that goes. Now you have a guide. You follow that guide all the way around to shape your style. As you can see, we're coming up to the part where we can carve out her ears. And I'm just going to do that all the way around. I'm going to cut out her ears and we're going to pause for part 2.